Christians are on edge in northwest Pakistan, not far from the city of Peshawar. Believers in the city of Charsada have received letters like this one threatening to execute them if they do not convert to Islam. Christians say they're worried but will stand firm in their faith. Police are investigating to determine the source of the threatening letters. They have pledged to protect the Christians. Well, they've been forsaken by their friends and even family members. But as Greg Musselman reports, Ethiopia's Christians are still finding the strength to stand.
These Ethiopian followers of Christ are singing, "I will worship you no matter what. I will sing for you no matter what. I will choose you no matter what. You have changed my history." But their joy in the Lord has not been without difficulty and persecution. This is the result of a March 2006 Muslim mob rampage in the northeastern part of the country. All three evangelical church buildings in the village, the Full Gospel, the Lutheran, and Mennonite churches, were burned and destroyed. It was reported that local police provided an accelerant used to burn the churches and urged the attackers to work quickly before federal police arrived to intervene. Initial plans were to kill key Christian leaders and take the rest of the believers to the mosque and forcibly convert them to Islam. 98% of the people here are Muslims. The army was able to intervene and prevent any deaths. However, 76-year-old Werkena was badly injured in the attack. Werkena is the gatekeeper at the Lutheran Church. During this well-organized assault, 300 people had gathered at the church and set it on fire and threw rocks at Werkena. He went to hide in a room near the church.
They not only burned the church, they started to burn the room I was in. The fire was all over my clothes. They thought I was dead.
Werkena had his right hand and left arm broken during the brutal attack. His left arm was so badly damaged it may have to be amputated. He was also beaten on the head.
They knew that while I was beaten harshly, I was not dead. They brought swords, and while they were preparing to slaughter me on my neck, the federal police came in and rescued me.
Werkena knows it was God who saved his life.
I believe it's God who rescued my life. They were beating me with a stick and also with stones. There were many people in the compound, but God was overshadowing me and covering me by his hand. Otherwise, I would have died.
Werkena is back at work and says he hopes the Lord gives him 76 more years to serve him. Brother and sister Abu Bakr and Almaz understand very well the teachings of Jesus, that to follow him may mean your enemies will be members of your own family. They were chased from their home by their father during the 2006 attack on Christians in their village.
Jesus says, "I came to separate a child from his father. This word has been seen in my life." Our father says, "You are not our children anymore." He canceled his fatherhood responsibilities.
Abu Bakr was an Eritrean soldier and a Muslim before coming to Christ in 2000. He came to Jesus after reading the Bible following his capture by the Ethiopian military and put in a prison camp. He says he had been searching for truth for many years and finally found that in Christ. 18-year-old Almaz had two dreams about Jesus, and along with the testimony and changed life of her brother, also left Islam to become a Christian in 2004. Up until the mob attacks, their Muslim father, who had tolerated their Christian faith, turned on them. They fled to another village.
When we were chased out, we went directly to the church. We were by ourselves. We were very lonely. That was painful.
Abu Bakr and Almaz have since returned to their village.
We are very fearful. Our friends who are fundamentalist Muslims and our parents threaten us, threatening to kill us, to eliminate us. Each and every hour, every minute, we are living in fear.
Abu Bakr and Almaz are no longer without a place to live, thanks to the Voice of the Martyrs Canada, for which they are very grateful.
My happiness and joy is so great to know that there is somebody who cares for me, who prays for me.
Full Gospel pastor Alaling says in spite of threats of further attacks, it's important and encouraging for Christians here that these church buildings are reconstructed. The Lutheran Church has been rebuilt. The Mennonite and Full Gospel churches were in the process of putting up new structures when we visited. One of the positive outcomes of the persecution is the unity of the church. The three local congregations often come together for joint services and fellowship.
After the persecution, the love of the believers for each other increased. Everybody is concerned about each other. What would happen to my brother this time? Is he okay? We go and visit believers. So our love has increased.
And while there is concern about future attacks, these followers of Christ know that the joy of the Lord is their strength.